Hello and welcome to Fancy the Geeks. You're joining us for an unboxing video of the Corvus Blackstar, which is over where Claire is. But before we do the actual unboxing, we went to Preston today. It was Preston Games Workshop's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Preston, if you're watching this still. It's still on. We've left a bit early because it's absolutely manic.
It was just jam-packed.
You literally can't move in the shop. It's a small shop anyway, but it's worse than ever. People stood outside.
Think about the broom cupboard in the 80s.
It's like trying to fit 200 people into a broom cupboard.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Pretty much so, yeah.
It is absolutely manic down there. We got down there pretty early, so it's why we actually got some of the goodies. And if you've never been to Games Workshop's birthday, that's why we're starting off by just showing you what we got from there, just in case there's a Games Workshop near you having a birthday and you want some stuff, because they only do these things on the actual birthday. For one, a mug, or a paint pot, as Games Workshop calls them. I don't know why, but it's a sit-down mug with the golden demon on. I thought it was really cool. It was the last one they had. I grabbed it as quickly as I could. So I'm probably not going to be using this for painting, to be honest. I'm going to be using it to have a brew in if I use it at all, because I think it's really cool.
It is a cool mug, actually, yeah.
I mean, yeah, a non-stainable brews, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe just milk.
Milk.
So that's one of the things we got. So that's the paint pot. And so we bought that.
Yeah, they also had the Golden Demon boxes, which we didn't manage to get.
It was only a small box, and I need a bigger box.
Yeah.
And it was cool because it's got the demon embossed on it, and they had the little, what do you call them? Tags.
Tags, yeah.
Yeah, for putting on the cases.
Yes.
So you can identify them with the golden demon on. And they had the Elder book.
Yeah, like a sketchbook.
Like a sketchbook.
That the Elder are writing.
Yeah. When they're doing the poetry.
When they're doing the doodles and stuff.
So anyway, that's what they had to buy. But if you spent £50, you got one of these little blue bags. And in one of these little blue bags, you get yourself a USB stick. Which Claire's going to open. I'll show you that. And then,
There's meant to be something in here.
There is, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And then we get a wristband, a plastic wristband. There we go, with the eagle on in blue. And also in here, there is a black pin badge. There we go. So there is the USB stick. I do not know the size of it because I've not plugged it in, and it does not say so.
Someone did say it was 4
gig. Might be.
We're not sure.
I can't confirm that.
Can't confirm it.
That swizzles around like that. That's pretty cool. So we got two of them.
Okay, I'll get some bubble wrap.
Play explode some bubble wrap. So I'll give you that back. So we've got two of those. So that's pretty cool. And then we also got the big bag you see at the back, which fell over before.
Yes.
Not very well supported. That is a messenger bag. So if you spend £100, you get one of these. And they are free, so you've got to spend £100. So that kind of free, not just the free. And they're quite nice actually. This one, I'll go undo it. There's plenty of pouches in here, pens, other little things, dice, if you want to carry some dice, books. Quite a bit of space in there. Claire actually put everything in there on the way back, so she was using that legitimately as a bag.
I was sporting it round Preston's
in that,
bag.
you get yourself a little gold Aquila pin badge and a lanyard.
Yay,
free.
lanyard.
Yeah, so I might come to work with me, the lanyards.
Okay.
Might go to work with Claire, the look I've just got.
My lanyard's broken.
Oh well, my lanyard's fine. I've still got the salamanders one they did a few years back.
Yeah, my Imperial, Crimson Fist one that I had broke.
There you go then.
Thank you.
I've awarded you that.
Thanks.
Posthumously. So there we go. That's what we got. That was pretty cool. Then they had an auction.
Yeah.
And we auctioned off for a nice picture of the Elder there. From the Anden.
Yep.
If I ever say that right, I think it's Yan. It's not a craft world anyway, that's where I got it.
Yeah.
But there's the picture. It's just the page sort of framed from the book, which is pretty cool. It'll look nice on the wall.
Yeah.
So we auctioned that off for 26
orc glyphs.
26 orc glyph tickets.
Yeah.
Which pretty much wiped us out.
It did actually.
But we got into a bidding war with somebody, so...
Yeah, well, it was kind of like the first auction that took place.
It was the first picture auction.
Yeah, so it's always going to be one of those things where it always goes a bit silly at the first one.
Yeah. And it went silly.
Yeah.
So that's it. I just wanted to quickly show you those. That's what we got from the Preston birthday. So if you got a Games Workshop and you're having a birthday and you want some limited stuff, like a USB with the Aquila on, or even the case we didn't get, nip down there so you can get down there early because it was absolutely packed.
It was.
We were down there just after 9. There was a queue.
Yeah.
It didn't open until 10. And the last time I saw it was that was on the Space Marine Day when we got the limited edition Space Marine.
Yes.
It even wasn't that busy that
wasn't.
day compared to that. Absolutely heaving today.
Yeah.
So they're doing really well.
They are, yeah.
That's really cool. So, some of the stuff we bought is going to be the next 3 videos we do. Apart from this, I might do that separately later on. If someone wants to see a painting guide and some painting of the Deathwatch.
The painting of the painting guide.
If you want to see a painting of a painting guide, I'll draw it out quickly and paint it for you. Now, if you want to see me paint some of the dudes, let me know in the comments. I'm not planning to do one, so it'll be the amount of comments. If I get enough comments saying, yeah, do it, I'll do some painting for these guys. And I'll show you that as well at time. But the ones we're planning on doing, we've got the Watchmaster, who is going to be done later today. We have this at the back, which is Deathmask, which I did promise to do because we got it today. That will be in another video. But today, and for the rest of this video, will be the Corvus Blackstar. Basically, this thing is awesome as far as I'm concerned. It looks amazing, and it's basically designed by Batman. That's all I need to say. So we're going to start on this now. Okay, so let's take it off to the side. What I'm going to do, I'll unbox this on first. You can see the different options. Without the, is that the Infernal Launchers? Where do they go? Cool, well, we'll find that out when we put it together. But we've got the Hurricane Bolters there, twin link cannons, and the twin glass cannons. I'll see if I can magnetise some of this as well, because I'd like to have some options for it. So let's get the box unboxed. That's why we're all here. There you go. Voila.
I like these little trays.
Yeah, I think they've gone back to doing these. Used to them years ago. No, we're starting again. So we've got flies down. We've got sprue. There we go. Looks like the main bulk of it is in one piece. Interesting. And we have another sprue. So on 2 sprues. The whole thing. That's pretty cool. So we've got the guns there. That's the upper part then. With the bat style windows. So that's not separate. I thought the cockpit would be separate. But then the windows must be separate. There's the windows. Oh, I wonder if there's 2 options. I'm getting ahead of myself already. Just noticed there's that there. It looks like the like an armoured option. We'll find out as we go through. I'm getting ahead of myself. And base. And instructions. Unfortunately not in colour, but then neither are Deathwatch technically.
I'm not buying them.
Right, so 1 and 2 steps. I should have a look. So I'll bring the camera in a bit. Okay, so we're back. We'll cut the first few parts off. So part 32 is this little bit here. Part 35 is that bit there. Part 58 is the top part of the hull. Then we have like the machine spirity lens part, which goes in the front of this, which is part 38. And we have the 2 vents, which we're going to fit on there. I'm going to fit on there. So those will go together. That gets inserted underneath that, so that's got to go on first. This little bit goes onto there. This part of the tail, I think, if I'm looking at it right. Maybe, no, that's the front, so it's part of the front section. That's the tail section where it's got the one thing. So that's going to go on there, they're going to go together, then this is going to get flipped upside down, and that's going to get stuck on top of it. So that when we come back, we should be at this stage. Okay, so here we are. So I think it's mostly like the main structure done already. That's everything on there. There's a lot of bits to take off. Attachments to the sprue which need filing down and everything. So the next one, we have parts 59, 56, we have parts 57, part 60, part 46, part 69 and part 37, which these 2 bits will go together and they attach underneath here along with this, which also attaches on the front. These 2 bits attach under here like that, and that's where these next bit, these Blackstar cluster launchers, will be going on to. So I'm going to attach all these bits and then I shall show you where they go. If there's any problems, I'll be back in between. Otherwise I shall see you when we get to this stage. So that bit goes on the front there, those bits go on either side there and there. And then these bits will attach to the front, so around like that, and the other one on the other side. These is where the guns are actually going to go. For the moment I'm going to leave these off. I'm going to measure them up against some magnets that I've got. See if they're the right size, and if they are, I'm going to be putting magnets on these. If they're not, I might just stick it together and get some more Blackstars. Because I think I'm going to get 3. I'm going to get one of the formations. Because I really like the model already, I've not even put it together. It's awesome. Right, so next we have the rear plate, opening plate. So there is some interior detail on the actual plate, but there's none on the actual craft itself. That would go in there, so you could put in a little, probably a little drill hole in there. You probably have to anchor it against this part though, as opposed to that bit, and then you'd be able to open it as a flap, or you could magnetize it. I'm not going to go either with this because I said there's no interior detail, and the front doors are just going to be stuck on there, so that there's no hole for the front doors either. So I don't see any point in having the back door open on this, to be honest. Of course there'll be people who are really clever and be able to put all interior detail and then drill holes through this and have it open, people coming out, and that's going to be great when people get around to doing stuff like that and put it on the internet. But I'm not going to do it with this one. So let's, that bit goes on there. That bit goes on there. It's almost like a double ramp, isn't it? Because that bit opens up onto that as well. So you'd have to find a way of opening that bit if you wanted to do it. So it'd like flip out and then that bit would come down. It's like an extra little bit. That's cool. I like that effect though. So those 2 bits are going to get stuck on there. These bits here are simply the Blackstar cluster launchers. So that bit is the part that's going to go over these previous bits, so they actually angle themselves. These 2 parts are going to get stuck together like that, and then that's going to go on the front. So we shall get all these bits stuck on, and then we'll be back when we're turning the page. Okay, so we're back. So these parts here, just to show you, they go on pretty much just like that. We'll slot in, twist around. I'm going to do that until it dries fully. But that's just so you get the idea of how that works. It's a bit like the Tau engines on the Devilfish. So next up we have the wing sections. Now we have part 10, part 13, 2 part 17, which are these engine parts here. So we'll get to them in a minute. And then we have part 14 and 12, which is this bit and that bit. They go on the outside of these little lines, which is good because that makes it really easy to attach a magnet to the backs of these. So we have here the Stormcast missiles, and we have here the Blackstar rocket launchers. So what we're going to do, we're going to attach a magnet to the back of this. We're going to put some green stuff into this bit here and attach another magnet to that green stuff, which will then allow us to switch around between the Stormstrike missiles and the Blackstar rockets. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then once that's done, we'll be sticking this together. And what we need to do with this is not stick this part because it rotates. There's 2 little bits there which allow the engines to rotate up and down. So that bit will go, where are we on this? Like that. So that bit will go basically like that, doesn't it? Oh, the bit's just falling out, but it goes in like that. So there's room to move in and out the magnetised pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and put that side together. Then at the opposite side we have 12, 18. We have 13, 17, 17 again, and part 19, which is the other wing. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So when you come back, both wings should be completed. Okay, so the wings are done. We have put in the green stuff and the magnet. It does work, but I am waiting for that green stuff to fully dry. Now that I've stuck it on there, I can't move it again without trying to prise it off. So I don't want the other magnet, because the magnets will quite easily pull the other magnet out of the green stuff. So we'll wait until that's fully dried, which will hopefully be near the end of this video. Right, so these wings now need to go on. They go onto the spaces, so they should fit exactly like that onto there. So those two are going to get glued on next, and then we're onto this bit, which is over here. So we have these little pieces here, which is 15, 49, 15 and 39. And they just go onto the bottom sides there. And then, there we go, see, so there is an optional canopy. So there's two canopies that we saw, the armoured one, the one with the window, are both for going on to this bit here. I don't know if there's any advantage, I'll have to read the book again, I don't think there's any sort of advantage to it. It's not like an optional extra, it's just, I think it's just a visual extra. I just have to decide which one I want the most on there. And then we're on to the front doors, 61 and 55. So I'll come back around this bit once these bits have been stuck on, unless there is anything I need to tell you about them. I can't see anything on there, just like directional jets to me. And then these front doors just like they stick on there. So we're back once we're up to this stage. Okay, so just as an in sort of information thing, there is a little gap just underneath the wing, which these bits will fit into. They go on the back part of the wing, they go in there, and it fits in really snugly. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're back. We have the doors on there. So the last thing to put on at this point is the cockpit. We have the two cockpits. We're just having a look at this. So I'm just going to ask Claire her opinion, what she thinks of that one.
It's alright.
I think that looks pretty good. Ask her what she thinks of that one.
That looks awesome.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that one on this one. Might switch it around on some of the other ones, so they got different. Maybe not. Okay. Right. So there we go. So we're going to put on the fully armed 1980s Batmobile type armour. It is. It's like a bit different.
Yeah.
They should have that armour that comes across the entire thing, like just Batman presses a button and goes. Right. Stop the aliens from getting on board and crashing the ship. Anyway. So we'll put that on, and then we're up to this stage, basically. So we're over onto the next one. I think we're starting on the tail section, which is part 1, 28, 16 and 16. And then we have part 8 and 9, part 20 and 21, which make up these parts. And then we have these top parts, part 30, part 22 and part 23. And that should be the whole tail section there. So we'll get up to this stage. So we'll cut all those bits off and we'll look at them. Okay, so we'll start with this bit. These two sections, 1 and 28, go together to form that. And 16 will fit onto the back of that. There you go. I think that goes on like that. There's little grooves in there which will fit into. So we'll put that bit together. So there's the engine part. Then we have the tail fin parts. So we have 9 and 8, which will literally stick together like that. The other side will go together as well, same way. I have to take a few of these little bits of sprue, which is still attached off, just to make it fit. And then those fit onto these bits here. So there's two little circular holes and two little square holes, well, on either side, and they'll go onto the two little circular bits there and that square bit there. So we'll get up to them being stuck together and up to this stage. Okay, so there is the tail section so far. Make sure you've got these whole parts at the top, because that's where that bit's going to go on to. And then we have these two fins.
That's number 22 you've picked up.
That's 22, yeah. Which will attach onto there. That's right, isn't it?
Seems to be,
yeah. So it attaches onto the back part. There's a little groove where that will go on. 22 and 23 on that side. And then once they're on, there's actually the underside as well. Part 7 and part 6. And there's those little grooves there, if you can make that out on the camera, where they will attach onto. And then that whole thing gets stuck onto the back, where there's that little lip left over there. So we're going to put all those bits on and get up to the next page, I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so there we go, the tail is now stuck on. So we're going to move on to the next section, which is some of the flap with some optional bits. So let's just have a look at that. We have these 3 parts, these flaps, which are going to go on this bit here, for instance. I'll go like that. Oop, but it falls off, but we'll glue it on. So it can either go on flat, or you can raise it up using 47, 48 and
47.
247s actually, that's what's confusing me. Because there's a little square hole there, and on the opposite side of these flaps there is a little square hole, and then you can put these in as well, and that will raise the flaps up if you wish them to be raised up. I'm going to leave them down because the armour's down on the front, so it's in full sort of swing combat mode, armour mode going on. So they're just going to get stuck straight on onto these sections. So there's one for either wing and one for this little bit at the back there. And then we have the optional extras of the Infernum launcher, sorry, the Infernum Halo launcher, which is this bit here for release chaff even. And then we have the pirate symbol for the Auspex, the Jolly Roger. There it is. So I was wondering how to put these on and switch them around. So there's 3 ways you can do it. You could put a small magnet in this bit underneath before you get to this stage, or a large magnet underneath there before you get to this stage, which would then magnetise through the plastic if it was powerful enough. Or you could drill a hole, put a pin in, because it's going to be on top, gravity's not really an issue. Or you can do what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a large magnet now, and this magnet happens to be exactly the same size as that circular bit there. So I could either cut that middle bit out, or I could just stick this bit on here. It doesn't ruin the profile at all really, because this bit's raised up around it. So that's what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick a magnet straight onto that, because I'm probably going to have one of these add-ons anytime I use it anyway. And then I'm going to get another magnet underneath these, that's hollow, so it's green stuff, and then that's hollow as well, so green stuff, and then on top of that. So we will do that and then we'll be back. Okay, so this is what we're up to. So next up is the optional Hurricane bolters, so let's have a look at them. They are part 68, and then this part here, which is made up of 25, 24 and 26.
That's part 50.
That's part 50, right.
Yeah.
And that's the other side, part 50, because one goes at either side here. Okay, so I'll have to see how they go on. And right, so we'll put those together, and then we have the other weapons, which are down here, the front weapons. So we have the twin-linked assault cannon, which is parts 53, 52, 64, 63. And we have the twin-linked last cannon, which is part 65, 51, 66 and 67. So we'll get all those bits off the sprue, we'll have a look at them and see what we can do about maybe magnetising these ones. Okay, so what we've done, as you can see, it's pretty secure, they're not falling off. These are the Hurricane bolters. All I've done is drilled the barrels for them, and the fitting is that tight that literally you push that on there, it won't come off. So I'm not going to bother magnetising them because they come off and on really easily. And then we've got these at the front. So these, again, they're not magnetised, not even done a pin in this one. They've got a very similar fitting to some of the Adeptus Mechanicus models, the tracked ones whose names evade me at the moment, where I put a pin in there. If this comes a bit loose, I will pin that on and just drill a hole into this side of it, and then it'll just stay on. But that is pretty secure as it is. Just switch them round. Put on the last cannons. There we go. That's simple. And then we've got these have now set, so I've put the missiles in there. These are a bit more fiddly to get out, but what I can use is just like a file or something, just take them on and off. And just get that in there, pull them out, like that. So that's that. These have now dried. So we've got the Halo launcher. It's a very strong magnet. And then we've got the Auspex, which can go on there as well. That is pretty cool. Let's put that one on. Let me just remove the missiles and then we'll put the Blackstar missile launcher in. There we go, job done. Switched around the weapon loadout, no problem. That then goes onto its base, like so. Corvus Blackstar complete. Let's get a bit of a zoom out on that. Okay, let's get a bit better now. That's the Blackstar finished on its base.
Looks awesome.
Missile launchers in there.
It looks really cool.
It does look awesome actually.
Yeah.
I can see me probably getting 2 more of these to make it into a squadron. I don't have very many flyer squadrons to be honest. I've got individual flyers. Apart from the Orcs, I don't really have a lot of flyers in any particular army. But that's it. So we can hopefully say next time you see this it'll be painted up, probably on the battlefield. And with these parts as well. That's that. So the only part I've got left over is the other cockpit piece and the little
legs.
Little struts for these back benches.
There.
That's it. Cool.
That was quite a nice kit to put together, to be fair.
It was. It went together really easily. Brilliant. Would say you like that?
I like it. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah. So one of the better design kits, anyway. It looks really cool. There we go. So I'm sure people can do other things like make the back bits magnetic. If you want to spend time drilling holes in the front to make the doors open, you can do that. I mean, there's a lot of things on some of the other flyers. For instance, these are the landing gear, like the Storm Chicken, the Storm Raven.
Oh yeah, the Storm
landing
Chicken
gear
has
you can have on and off.
Yeah.
This is just set in
flight mode.
So there is a lot less options in that respect, but I don't mind because I generally have them in flight mode anyway.
Yeah, I don't see why you'd need
Unless it was like
that.
a Thunderhawk gunship.
Yeah.
Which has to be landed to look really cool.
Cool, yeah. Yeah.
There we go. So they're pretty solid. There's no reason, they're not just going to knock off. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, I've jabbed on enough about that. So the next video we're going to do is the Deathwatch Master. Watchmaster, Deathwatch Watchmaster.
Watchmaster.
Deathwatch
Okay.
Watchmaster, Master of the Watch. So come back and join us for that. There's going to be a short video because it's only a single model. And then after him we'll do the Death Mask unboxing. But thanks for watching this video anyway, and please like and subscribe, it helps out loads, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.